Welcome back, everyone. Today we'll be discussing Amnesia Rebirth. Amnesia Rebirth was released on October 20th, 2020. This is the third installment of the Amnesia series. Let's dive into it. This game was not what I was expecting, but in a very good way. I go into these games completely blind with no research beforehand, so it's a fresh experience. With Rebirth, this was a great decision. The game tells you at the very beginning, this is not a game you strive to beat, but you need to immerse yourself in the story. The story starts off on a plane with some turbulence. Our main character, Tazi, is trying to calm her husband down, who is pretty nervous. The next thing you know, the sky goes black. A tower can be seen in the distance. One of the plane's engines has stopped and is now on fire and starts going down. You wake up in the plane wreckage and make your way out of the wreckage. You notice a strange device on your wrist. I knew this game was based around the desert, but the deeper you get into the game, the more ruins you search, the crazier the story gets. Rebirth is a very linear game, which isn't a bad thing for this style of game because it continues to keep pushing you forward and keep the story moving. After you make your way through about a third of the game, it's revealed that Tazi is pregnant. This helps keep your fear down and keeps Tazi sane, or tries to at least. I like how the story kept fast forwarding through the pregnancy, through lore cutscenes and lore scripted story segments. When Amari is about to start kicking, she will kick, and it helps keep your sanity in high pressure moments. There is one moment that stands out the most is when you open the door going to the ruins. There's a ton of sleeping ghouls. You must sneak around only by the light of the crystals, and it's very stressful for Tazi and intense. You make your way through and you escape the craziness of the ghouls. The biggest surprise of this game was the otherworld and the alien aspect. This was something I never saw coming, and the surprises kept coming. The deeper into the alien lore, the crazier it got. What the surprises of the aliens are torturing humans for energy, or the aliens are turning the humans into ghouls. I ended up getting the iconoclast ending, which the Empress makes the comments she just wanted to help Amari. And it does make me wonder, would the Empress actually have helped, or was it all a trick? This game, I feel, doesn't have much replayability as the bunker did, but to get the other two endings, you will need to replay it. Now, on to the likes. Lore. The lore was very appealing, and I felt it had a lot of twists and turns that kept the story interesting. Multiple monsters. Having the ghouls and the alien creatures gave the game more depth to the monsters. Controls. While this was a complaint on the bunker, I feel like this is a like due to using the mouse and keyboard over the controller. Now, to the dislikes. The ending intensity. I felt the ending intensity for the iconoclast ending wasn't as good as it could have been. I wish if we killed the Empress, then Amari and Tazi made it back to Paris, they got to live their life. The other endings are the provider ending, where Tazi and Amari escape back to Paris, and the future is uncertain. Then there's the harvester ending, where you leave Amari with the Empress and turn into a ghoul and watch Amari grow from the shadows. Forgettable. While the main story point itself isn't forgettable, but there are other aspects of the game that are. Other than that, I can't really find anything else that I didn't like. It's a very good story-focused game and guides you down the path for the player to just enjoy the story. Well, to wrap this up, I can safely say that I did enjoy the game, and I would recommend anyone who has played the other Amnesia games or a fan of story-driven games, then I would take a look at this game. While if you played the bunker first, like myself, you may find this one not as good. However, they are separate stories, so it's hard to compare the two and say which is better. All in all, I would say this is a pretty good game. If you like this video, give this video a like. If you want to see more of this type of content, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and comment down below if you've played this game and what you think of it.